Good evening, Wednesday, 7:47 p.m., August 7th, from Jomtien, Thailand. It's your boy B. Shout out to Gabby Thomas, a Massachusetts girl, for copying the 200 meters at the 2024 Paris Olympics. And maybe I'll drop a story time with B. I don't think I've ever dropped a story time with B on YouTube. I did one in Twitter Spaces once, and then I have a few on Spotify. So if we're going to do that, maybe we start with the Boston MFA Renoir ticket hustle. I think it was 1985. The Museum of Fine Arts in Boston hosted a Renoir exhibit. And due to popular demand, there were more people interested in viewing the exhibit than there were tickets available to people who were coming from not only all over the US but all over the world to view the exhibit during its run. And on the security staff, because of the demand so much exceeding the supply, a young boy came up with an ingenious idea. His thought was that rather than the security staff tear people's tickets, that when people entered the exhibit, they keep the tickets. That way they could reach out to people in line or who were inquiring outside, or through some type of network or pipeline, to gauge people's interest in attending, sell those tickets to those people since they hadn't been torn. And so on the staff, there were first there were 2-3 people involved. One was a person who was posted up at the entrance, and he would control the fact that the security staff kept the tickets. There was another person who would work the lines outside and I guess ticketing areas to determine who was interested, because again, people would be turned away. So they knew that there were more people out there that were interested than they could get in every day. And then there was somebody that worked on the inside, once the people entered. And eventually, because this went on for a few weeks, they enlisted a young lady that was on the staff, and I think her role was also to sort of ferret out or research the interest. And so by doing that, obviously, they got folks in that wouldn't have been able to see the Renoir had the young boy not concocted this scheme, which was not illegal. There's nothing about it that, if anybody had found out, was they weren't scalping. I guess they sold them at face, but they just never tore the tickets. And the reason I know about it is I had a relative who was working at the MFA when the hustle went down. And that's the Boston MFA Renoir ticket hustle.